Hey guys, and how's it going? Maniac Moore here. Last video you guys saw I was out there snow plowing with the 68. And I noticed in the comments I had somebody mention I was leaving some lines behind. Snow was going around the blade. Yeah, I will admit to that. I should have angled the blade. At the time, I just kind of wanted to get the snow off my pad so that it didn't freeze on. I did install a blade angle kit on here. It needs some work, but yeah, it's on there. And I also found some lift linkage for the 216, and I stuck it on there, so now I can use it with a snowplow or a snowblower, so that's good. You're probably wondering, where's the 73? Right there. We really haven't gotten enough snow to use it with the snowblower, but I could throw a snowplow on it if I want. This is a cab that I bought. It was, at the time I bought it, it had no doors, had no back window, it had a front window and a windshield wiper. This is kind of rotting away. It's not the greatest, but I patched up the holes and I stuck a couple of doors on it. You're probably gonna laugh the way I did it. I'm not trying to hold any heat. Really all I'm trying to do is just get it so that anything beats having it wide open like I was on the other tractor when I was plowing that other day. I got a mess. I need to clean that up. I was filming it when I was doing this at the time, but apparently it didn't save. So, great. But yeah, I've seen other videos of people throwing them together. This is some of that clear box tape I'm using as the windows. It seems to hold out, seems to hold in the heat pretty good. The engine does make some heat and blow it into the cab. So it was blowing some into it and it was holding it in pretty good, but up here on top, I cut this kind of short and some air was starting to get in. So, door does open. It closes itself too. It's not the greatest, I will admit. It's kind of a eyesore to look at, but you know, it's better than nothing. It's better than standing. It's better than not standing. It's better than sitting there exposed to it, nothing around you. And I got a roof. So I like it. I think it does all right. I need to cut some of these zip ties, but it's holding up pretty good for the most part. What else? Alright, you guys, I'm back. There was a noise outside, so I ran out to see what it was. It was just some of the ice falling off the building. It is 40 degrees outside right now, actually 50. And all the snow is starting to melt away, so that's good. I know a lot of you guys are going to be very happy about this. Remember the 212 I had? I was working on it, fixing it up. I sold it. I don't know what the deal was with it, but It had another problem going on with it. After I fixed it, something else happened to it, and I just said, you know what, I'm done. I sold it. It wasn't charging the battery for whatever reason. I put a new stator on it and it just quit. I think it needed a new voltage regulator, but I said I'm done with it. I sold it. Now that I think about it, I kind of regret doing that. But yeah, it's a little bit too late now to say anything about it. So, no more videos on the 212. Unfortunately, I sold it. However, I did find a 1965 110, actually 112 round fender. It's kind of similar to the one that I have, but it's in a lot better shape. It's missing the hood. It's got the side supports and grill. It's got the original motor in it. I got him to $250 for it. It's gonna be a let's try to get this running project. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. But yeah, like I said, I sold the 212. Yeah, like I said earlier, the cab is kind of redneck. It ain't the greatest, but it does keep some of the wind out. So today, what we are going to do is, I had an idea. A buddy of mine suggested this. These are some tires I pulled off the rims, and they don't hold air anymore. They wouldn't. They're bead, but they are so old, dry rotted, rusted. They are, what's a good way to put it? They are so stiff. There we go. We couldn't get them off the rim. So in order to get them off the rim, we had to cut them in the middle. And he gave me the idea, and I really like it, about cutting this middle section out and making them in. What you do is you lay them down and you can use them as grips, like let's say on this. Lay them down on here. You'll know where to put your ramps whenever you want to put a tractor up here, but anyway, you stick them on there, and so you stick them on there and you nail them down. Now, I want to make them so I can remove them. They're easy to remove, and if I end up needing them on something else, I can, like let's say I get one of the tractors stuck and I need to get it out of that stuck situation, I just lay them down and it'll drive itself out. But I really like the idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the insides of those tires out, and we're going to do that. We're going to put them on here and mount them to this and have a workbench. Although now, when I go to put the ramps up, I'll know where to put them. That, and I won't struggle with getting tractors up here, because I've struggled with, when I sold that LT133 I had, I was putting it on here to load it in the guy's truck. Right there is where this tires were spinning, and it had junk turf tires on it, so that's why. But one tire spun there and the other one spun over here, so it didn't want to go up on there. So we ended up pushing it on there, but I really do like that idea, because now I go to load something up on here and I won't have to worry about it slipping like that. So we're going to go on ahead and we're going to cut these tires. This one I just cut the bead, but we're going to cut these tires up and do that with them. So let me go on ahead and I'll put you guys in the tripod. I'll grab my Sawzall and my clippers, and we will go on ahead and start cutting at them. Alright, so here's the tire. Here's our first one we're going to work on. This one's already cut through. I'm going to grab my little snippers and we'll get the insides of that tire cut out. Oh man, that takes forever. There's got to be a better way of doing it. You guys are in time lapse, so you're lucky. See if we can lay this down. Come on. I've got one. Put it underneath the tow motor over the night and it should start to flatten out. There we go. But that works. Alright, next tire. I don't know how many of you guys knew, but these insides actually, they put these around cones. Road cones. They use the bigger ones that are in cars, but they do use these for this. I don't know how many of you guys knew that. Alright, let's go on ahead. These tires are so dry rotted. For those of you telling me I should have saved them, these things are so dry rotted that they're not worth it. If I was to put a tube in them, they wouldn't work out too well. Alright you guys, so as I was doing this tire, I forgot that, well, I didn't forget, my battery died on me in the camera. So, that's why you didn't see me cut that side out. I actually forgot I had the hacksaw, or the Sawzall. And I looked and I thought there's gotta be an easier way to do this. And I looked, and I knew it, and I saw it. And I thought, I had a hacksaw? So I looked at it and it was a hacksaw. So I grabbed it, and I brought it in here to use it. That took me about a minute to cut out of there, while with this saw, it took me about half an hour. It was a pretty long time. So I'm gonna do a starter cut with this saw. And we're gonna start with that saw. Alright. The only problem with this is it has no guard. There's supposed to be a guard right here that holds it down onto what you're cutting. So this doesn't have it. Alright, ready? Tools are gonna fall. You guys aren't even watching. Quit zoning off. Stay. There it goes. I think my thing came out. I don't know. Alright. Can you guys see? Camera keeps on moving. Alright. So let's go on ahead and let's get this off of here. I'm not too worried about, I'll go around it and fix it, but it's fine for right now. It'd be nice if these tires weren't so big, but that's fine. Bigger the better. Alright. There we go. 4 cone pieces. Alright. What do we want to do now? I either am going to park him, the tow motor on him, or put a tractor on him. Let me adjust the camera. I'm going to put this on the floor and see if we can play with it a little bit more. Alright, so I went and grabbed the 216. We're going to lay this one straight out, and then we'll lay the other one straight out, and we'll move it on to them. So that it'll... The idea is I want it to hold these down so that they're not going to... We're going to try to get the resting position to be able to do this. We don't want them to fold back up and go back into cylinders. You know, we just want them to stay flat. So, let me grab this other one. I was playing with this one earlier too, to try and get it to stay flat. I think I got it a little bit. This one was a little bit easier to maneuver than the other one. Now, if it wasn't so cold outside, then they would probably be a little bit easier to move. It feels alright in here, but these were out around back, and I brought them in. I probably should have let them warm up before I started fooling around with them, but they're doing alright for being as cold as they are. So let me get that one. See, that one went down pretty good. Let me get this one wedged under the tire. Alright. Worst thing to let it do is to spin. That's the worst thing I could let these tires do. Let's go over there and check that one. But I'm pretty sure that they're both wedged. Nope, this one isn't wedged. Is that one wedged? That one's wedged, that one's not. This one likes to let her get. Tires just are not your friend. Mean. There we go. Alright. We'll leave that sit like that for a while. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get them to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the pallet jack and lift up. You know what? Just think about it. Lock the brake. Put it in gear. I'm going to lift the back end of it up, and I'm going to try to flatten those out a little bit. So let me go on ahead and do that. Alright, you guys, so I had a better idea. Instead of lifting it up from the back, I lifted it up from the front. No, I didn't lift it up by the snowplow. I stuck one of those 4x8s under there. That's not I don't remember. So what I did instead is I stuck a block of wood under there. And I left it like that so that the back wheels could be locked up. Because we're going to have to lift this up more, but we're going to be able to straighten that out, and we'll still have a brake. Because those back tires, they have a brake in them, but the front tire doesn't. So if I was to use the front tire, there's no brake, meaning the front tires are going to roll while I've got the back tire up in the air. You get what I'm saying, right? Alright. Cool. So if we can get this to go down underneath of that front tire, that will be good. So far it does not want to. Yeah, well, yeah, can do that. One of my ideas is to go up here and pull that, but me being here by myself, I don't have someone up here to drop it as soon as I get it where I need it to be, so I can't do that. We can at least attempt it to know if it's going to work or not. Well, it ain't going to work. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like that for a while. Then we'll move the tractor up over that hill, and we'll see if that helps it any. That back there is the heavier end. That's heavier than the front, so I guess that should hold it. But we will see. Alright, so I flattened them out with the tractor and it actually didn't do half bad. So we're gonna go on ahead and put them on the lift now and see if we can do that. So let me go on ahead and I'll move you guys over there and we'll get that cleaned off and then we'll get started. Alright, so we got the 216 backed up to the plate. So we're gonna go on ahead and I got these flattened out. I don't remember if I made that clip saying that or not. We're gonna go on ahead and get this where it needs to be. Actually, we're gonna put it over here. Look at that. So let me go ahead and just bolt that down. Not bolt, but we'll put that down so it's... Alright, let's go on in and get this put on here. I'll have to use pilot holes. Now we are. Back here and turn down that radio. See if we can get this on here first. Alright, let's go on in and get this one laid down. I'd drive the tractor up on here, but I know it's gonna hold and it should be able to drive up, so we're done. Alright, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should do. I think that's it. Alright, well, if I think of something else, I'll let you know. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We are at 60 subscribers, 61. It's, wow. I really got to thank you guys. This channel grew a lot quicker than I really thought it would. It really means a lot to go on there and see that I'm actually not just watching myself. I'm not the brightest person out there when it comes to this stuff, but at least I've got an idea on how to do it. I really want to thank you guys, and I hope that I'm doing the best I can, and I'm really hoping that I'm hoping that I'm not just preaching and I'm actually helping you guys out with this stuff. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Let's see, will it start? Oh, camera was recording. Whoops. Well, I think part of it was because I had that snowplow on it. Alright, let's get you off. Well, that may not have worked. All right.